how to get remote teams complete their tasks on time without unnecessary stress. Today we're discussing a topic that's close to many of our hearts: remote project management. In this video, I'm going to share a simple but very powerful 3-step strategy to help you and your team stay on track during remote project management. For those of you new to this, remote project management is all about leading projects and teams that aren't physically in the same place. This happens when team members or you are working from home or are based on different locations. Hi everyone, welcome back to Projectonomy. If you're new here, I'm Christine and I'm all about bringing you the best tips, tools and strategies to elevate your project management game. If you find today's 3-step strategy helpful, please consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to stay updated with more practical advice. Now, let me share a personal story that shows why the strategy that I'm going to explain is so crucial. A while back, I went through something that completely changed my approach to remote project management. It was when I took on my first project that included a vendor working remotely. At the start of the project, everything was smooth. We had a very effective kickoff meeting and agreed on the project plan. But after a while, the remote team started delaying their tasks. Well, I thought it happens and organized a call to solve the issue. It was a positive call and they even agreed to fast-track the things to make up for the delay. But guess what? Nothing changed, and suddenly keeping track of these tasks has become a struggle, as lots of emails, calls and meetings caused even more delays. To keep the project on track, I had to invest a huge amount of effort, sending endless follow-up emails and continuous calls. In search of a solution, I started exploring remote collaboration tools like Asana, Slack, Trello and others. But still, the main problem remained unresolved. And in some sense, adding these new online tools even complicated matters, overloading us with extra operational tasks. After about a month, I started to get used to it, thinking that this is just a normal part of working with remote teams. Then during a casual office chat with a team member about his task, it hit me. The problem wasn't with our communication tools, because simple emails and basic Excel task tracker were actually enough for assigning and managing tasks. The real challenge was in the communication approach. You see, with collocated teams, when team members are physically present in the same space, casual chats in the hallway allow for further clarification and agreement on realistic deadlines. There was no need for constant reminders or follow-up emails. Sometimes just seeing each other was enough reminder. This understanding shifted my focus from finding the perfect tool to improving our communication methods. And that's when I developed this 3-step strategy that turned out to be incredibly effective. By the way, the strategy that I'm about to share works for collocated teams too, but it's often not needed there because of the frequent in-person interactions. So the first step is concerned with the definition of done. Here you need to make sure the team fully understands the final result as you envision it. You see, it's natural to think that our clear mental picture, the things we envision and want to communicate, is equally clear to others when we explain it. But in most cases, that's not what happens, especially when we're talking online. Take website development, for example. It's easy to assume clarity when we say design the homepage within our brand identity. But does the designer understand the specific style, elements and user experience you envision? To bridge this gap, instead of just emailing a task list, start with a call, ideally a video call. During this call, after explaining the task to him, ask the designer to describe their plan for the homepage, including the layout, color scheme and any interactive features they intend to add. Discuss the potential challenges like integrating certain elements with existing infrastructure or ensuring the design is user-friendly, and how they plan to address these issues. This step makes sure that they really get the task and feel confident they can do it, which helps us move to the next step: to set realistic deadlines. After ensuring the team has a clear understanding of their tasks, you will naturally get more accurate time estimates. For example, consider a website development task like coding a new feature, which might take about 9 hours of focused work. Given the team's other projects, they might suggest finishing this in a week to balance their workload. Even if the timeline seems reasonable and meets your deadlines, don't stop there. It's a typical issue for developers to postpone a task, believing it's a quick fix and can be completed in a day or two. This often leads to last-minute work and delays. To avoid this, do the following. During the same video call with the team, Discuss how the task can be divided into smaller segments and how it can be added to their schedule. For instance, you could discuss dividing the coding task into segments like layout design, feature functionality, testing, and debugging, and then scheduling the segments throughout the week. This detailed planning sets a clear timeline. It also helps the developer organize their work more effectively, ensuring that the progress is steady and measured, which is essential for the final step, implementing an effective follow-up method. Now, after ensuring the team fully understands their tasks and deadlines, don't rush to end the call, because it is now the time for the last and maybe the most crucial step of our strategy. You see, it's easy to lose track of tasks after a meeting due to busy schedules, forgetfulness, or unexpected issues. To prevent this, you should establish a proactive follow-up method. This involves discussing and agreeing on how team members prefer to be reminded of tasks and how they should report their progress. One effective approach I've discovered is creating a shared document to list each task, its subtasks, and agreed deadlines. If you're already using remote collaboration tools, that's great, use those instead. The crucial part is to have a clear system for reminders and status updates, outlining how you will follow up with the team about their tasks and how they will report back on their progress. Setting a gentle reminder on the due date, asking for an end-of-day status update, is advisable. Include necessary links in these reminders for one-click updates. Tools like Asana, Trello, and Microsoft Teams support setting up automatic reminders. Ensure these platforms are accessible for the team to easily update their task status. This method not only keeps tasks visible, but also streamlines progress reporting, helping to keep the project on track and addressing the issues that may arise. So there you have it, a 3-step strategy that has significantly improved my management of remote team tasks. At first glance, it might seem like a lot, having a detailed call to break down tasks, scheduling them together, and then customizing a follow-up plan to suit the team's preferences. But trust me, this upfront investment of time pays off by greatly reducing the need for later interventions. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you tried a similar approach? How did it work out for your team? Or do you have a different strategy for managing remote teams? If you found this video useful, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe for more hands-on advice. See you next time!